So we've created a discussion, but now I want to talk about discussion organization and maintenance. So let's go again to our discussions panel here. And you'll notice that the example discussion I created is shown right here. And that is currently under the category of just plain discussions. Now let's go ahead. I'm going to create a couple of additional discussions. I'm not going to make these worth grades right now because I just want to create them as quickly as possible. So let's call this Unit 2 discussion. I'll just put this is the discussion for Unit 2. I'm going to copy this so it makes it go a little faster for me with the next one. I'm just going to go ahead and save and publish that. I'm going to go back to discussions, clicking on this link up here, and I'm going to create another discussion, which I'm going to call Unit 3. So this is Unit 3 discussion. Okay, I'll go ahead and save and publish that. So if I'm working in my discussions, so let's go back, we're going to click on this link to get back to discussions. If I'm working in discussions, right now, I've got these 3 discussions, and you'll notice that because they're ordered by recent activity, the Unit 3 discussion is the one that's at the top. But if I'm trying to plan for the semester, this is a discussion that's going to come later in the semester. Now Canvas has gotten us into the habit of knowing that we can drag and drop, but here's where that kind of changes a little bit. We can still drag and drop, but we can't drag and drop within the discussions or the closed for comments section because these are automatically ordered by recent activity. So if you want to put your discussions into an area where you can reorder them for organizational purposes, what you're going to do is you're going to pin your discussion. So I'll pin Unit 3. Let me go ahead and I'll pin Unit 1, which is just the example discussion, and I'll pin Unit 2 as well. Okay, so I pinned them, and now up in this pin section, I can actually drag and drop them. So this is the section that you can consider to be your active discussions. These are the discussions you're actually going to have your students working on. These discussions down here can just be discussions that you're currently working on. Maybe you're not ready to publish them. Maybe you're not ready to pin them. Who knows? In any case, just keep in mind that if you're wanting to reorder and organize your discussions, that they're going to need to be in the pinned section. And the way that you pin them again is by clicking on the cog. Now once they're pinned, you also have the option to unpin them. So at any point in time, you can unpin a discussion, and that discussion is now removed from the pinned discussions. You can also grab them and drag them up to the pinned section. So I could just grab that and drag it up here. So again, 2 ways you can go about pinning and unpinning discussions. Clicking on the cog gives you the option to do so, or you can also just simply drag and drop them into the new sections. And that's how pinning works. Again, remember, students don't, in my course here, students don't have access to this tab, so they're not going to see this, but for me, this is going to allow me to keep them in order in terms of the order of which I want to make them available to students, as well as just keeping them organized in a logical manner for myself. And that is how you pin and organize discussions.